Hi y'all, it's Paige, and we are going to be making a little nature journal today. This is designed as an activity for about an elementary school age. It's not super complex and it doesn't get too much into the nitty-gritty of biology or ecology, but it does help us build some of those observation skills that link in with the scientific method and that are good for all parts of life. So let's get started. In terms of materials, all you need are 2 pieces of paper and some kind of pen or pencil or marker or crayon. You can go crazy. I've got my little bin of colored ones, but they don't make up for my art skills. So don't worry too much. You're gonna start with this. You're gonna get your 2 pieces of paper, put them together, and you are gonna fold them hamburger style. So now that we've got that, we're gonna pick a pen of our favorite color. I'm gonna try pink just to see if it shows up. And on that front cover, we're gonna say that it's a nature journal. And you can feel free to pause or speed up. I'm gonna be writing stuff out at the same time, but I'm not relying on my handwriting being great. So if you wanna add little doodles, let's see, I'm gonna draw a little flower. If you wanna do a more in-depth one, that is a-okay, please do that. I've got a degree in biology, and I still can't draw a good flower. So it's gonna be time to my artistic abilities. So we've got our little cover. It's our nature journal. If you flip it around, this back cover is a great place to draw some more stuff. Now, once we get into this, we're gonna open it up to this first page right here. And what I want us to do there is to write, I can see. And then we're gonna write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our goal for that is that we're gonna go out, whether it's out a window, on a balcony, to the local park if you can be far enough away from people, or even just looking at a piece of fruit in your kitchen. And I want you to name 5 things you can see there. So if I went out into my backyard, I might say, oh, I can see this tree, or I can see a fuchsia flower growing in a northeast direction. We're gonna go to our next page and we are gonna write, I can touch. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is just different textures that you can find. So maybe I pick up my water bottle, my coffee cup, and I'm like, oh, I can feel this sticker's really smooth, but the bottle's kind of rough. Doing that outside, you could say, oh, I can feel that this leaf is really soft versus this leaf is spiny. Or even just, oh, this part of the apple is squishy, this part is rough. So naming those 4 things you can touch is the next step of that journal. So right now we've got nature journal. Page 1, I can see. Page 2, I can touch. And then you're gonna open up the bit in the middle. And we are gonna write another one. And now we are gonna use our ears. So we're gonna write down, I can hear, 1, 2, and 3. Got distracted because I heard a bird. Good practice. As much as you can describe that, that's gonna be really awesome. Now we've got I can hear. The other little part on the inside of that book, I want you to write, I can smell. I'm gonna pick 2 things this time. That can be a flower, a tree, whatever you see that is natural, or a banana. And with all of these, please be safe. If you're gonna write down, I can touch a porcupine, let's check in about that first. I want you to make safe and smart decisions, which is why there is not a I can taste section coming up. Next up, we are gonna get a little more creative, just like we did on our front and back covers. So we are gonna pick one thing that we saw, and instead of describing it in words, we are going to draw it. So we've got our little notebook. It's on the back side of the page that says I can smell. We flip that page. Now we write, I can draw. Now last, this is where it gets a little extra complicated. We're gonna say, I can write a story about one of these things. So whether that was the tree or the leaf or the banana, you're gonna write a story about it. You can write a story about an object, about a smell, about a particular sensation like moss or bark. I want you to write a really interesting story about that. How did it come to be? What is its day like? Let's use some imagination and build on the details that we've observed. When we look through this whole book, we've got our front cover. We flip that open. You see I can see, 5 different things named that we can see with some descriptors. I can touch, 4 different things. I can hear. I'm gonna name 3 different things we can hear. That's sometimes a tough one. So if you can't hear like a bird and a squirrel, you could put down, I can hear traffic, or I can hear my mom saying it's time for dinner. Then we're gonna write, I can smell, 2 things there. Remember to be safe. In these last 2 pages, I want you to draw something and I want you to write a story about something. Last but not least, our back cover. Feel free to decorate that however you want. And don't worry how neat and tidy this is. This is about you and your learning and you getting a chance to experience something different and think about it differently. So whether it looks like this one, my cute little one that has some drawings on it, or my messy Sharpie draft, whatever it is, it's gonna be just perfect because you made it for yourself. Thanks so much, everyone, and we can't wait to talk more about nature with you later.